What's up, guys? Back at it again with another banger. We're gonna be reacting to Fresh and Fit.
Okay.
Nothing? No answer? You don't know what he wants back in return?
I'll just clean, cook, and whatever. I try to make sure.
Do you cook and clean? Is that you?
We already watched a little
Different
bit. Had to
types
get a
of,
little
Okay.
fundamental
I have
understanding.
photos to prove it. Okay.
Okay.
Wait, photos.
Before now.
She has to document it so that she can prove it, right? And then what about you? What do you think that man wants in return from you? What do you think that man that makes $100,000 a year wants?
Wifey material.
Which is?
Please.
What is wifey material?
A woman that cares for her man, that cares about her man, that brings his peace, happiness. A woman which is mentally stable, financially stable, emotionally stable.
It's crazy that we have to outline that one.
Pleasure.
All right.
Yes.
Anything else?
A faithful woman.
Faithful.
Okay.
That's
Okay. So this is fantastic.
You triggered my trap card!
I love doing this exercise because it proves what I've always said before. Girls know what they want in a guy. They expect a man that's in the top 2-3%, and then when you ask that girl, what do you think that man wants in return? All of you failed miserably as to what that guy actually wants back in return.
They don't care.
Not one of you mentioned anything about not being a hoe, not being embarrassing, being a good mother, being a dutiful wife, not putting that guy in weird situations where he might get embarrassed, being loud and obnoxious. None of y'all mentioned any of that stuff. It was more about peace and feminine and supportive, whatever, but no one really outlined anything tangible. And to me, I look at it like if you're going to demand a man that makes $100,000 a year, $500K a month, etc., you should at least be able to name what you think that guy wants in return. And I've always thought it was very interesting how women know exactly what they want, but they don't necessarily give a fuck what that guy wants. So my question is, if you don't know what this guy wants, or you're kind of off the mark, what makes you think you deserve this guy?
That's why this question is always funny to me when I hear you guys asking that, because y'all know it's a setup. Y'all setting them up, man. Y'all know they never fucking thought about that shit.
Yeah,
That's right.
Because it's like, here's the difference. Now let's switch it around, right? The guys here at the table.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. They may have never thought about that question, but the guys think about that question a lot in their life, especially through puberty when they're actually trying to get women and start to build relationships. We always think about what the opposite gender wants.
We know, we're very well aware of the fact that if you're going to go ahead and get a bad chick, that's going to come with certain types of things that you're going to need to have in place to be able to get a baddie.
Yeah.
Right? Because we know if you get a baddie but you're broke, it's only a matter of time until that clock runs out, right? We know that we got to get ourselves in shape. We got to get in the gym. We got to learn confidence. We got to dress better. We got to improve ourselves. But when I asked the girls, what do you guys all rate yourselves 1 out of 10? All of you pretty much said I'm perfect and I don't need to self-improve, even though you said that there is room for self-improvement. So it kind of goes to show like the glaring difference between men and women. Men have to understand women versus women don't necessarily have to understand anything, and they still get what they want. Because I asked you guys, literally, what does this man that you is in the top percentage want back? And none of you guys were really able to answer or give a good answer, to be honest.
What if you find that guy, right? That's perfect for you.
Factual.
But you don't know what he actually wants. And you think you know what he wants, you meet him, and then you lose him.
And it's not like any of them said like an actual answer. They were all saying like a top 5, top 10% guy.
It's kind of like he knows what he wants from you, but do you know what he wants from you yourself? Not really. So that's why you end up single perpetually, because you don't know what he actually wants.
Yeah, men have to, and I've always said it, men have to know what women want. Women don't have to know what men want, because men approach women regardless. You know, I mean, you guys probably get a bunch of DMs and messages, which is why you guys all rate yourselves 1000s and 100s and 11s out of 10. But the reality is, are you going to be able to, if you find this guy, are you going to be able to keep him? And I would argue most girls can't, hence why most of the panel is single. But, yeah. What are your thoughts on this, Derek and Brandon, this situation?
There were some hints. Speechless. There were some hints. I got to get the kink out of my neck. I've been shaking my head for an hour. I got to get the kink out of my neck.
Yeah,
but
go ahead.
She made a halfway comment of being aware of being presentable, making sure that if he's working hard in the background, that you're showing up and doing the right things to present him well in public, etc. So I don't mean to put words in your mouth. I didn't focus exactly on the comment, but you touched on that, yeah.
Right.
So 1 out of 8 did. 1 out of 8 made a comment of to have some awareness of like, oh, if he's working his ass off and providing for himself, you, family, etc. Whatever sort of lifestyle you want to live, that probably you should make some things easy there. And I think there's a lack of awareness that a guy that's working all the time. I grew up poor and I hated it, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't spend my life that way. So I started making money when I was 7, and forever, for decades, forever. And the last damn thing I need is, I don't need someone to motivate me to go do what I've already been. I don't need motivation to do what I've already been doing independently for 30 years, Yeah. So I think those comments were just hilarious to me. It's like, I'm going to motivate him, and I'm going to this or that. Uber
especially like a top 5-10% guy. How are you going to motivate a guy that's used to getting money like that? That's used to providing for not only himself but his family already. Like.
Than Uber Eats provides not every woman, but the Uber Eats would do a better job like making sure a man's like fed and taken care of than some woman would. I said that. I said that a couple times. I didn't say every woman. But a humorous thing that came to mind to me.
It smells like backwoods and playing me. Sneeko, chill. Sneeko, chill.
And she made a comment. We were dating for a long time, and she made a comment that the only type of man that could give a woman all of his time is a broke man.
Yep.
So a guy's got to be, he has to be doing something productive. So that's like a sucker play that I'm kind of saying this to the audience. There's a lot of women out there that are going to tell you, like, just spend time with me, baby. I don't care about money. I don't care about this or that. Just spend what I want is your love. Just come cuddle with these titties, mister. And if you fall for the titties and you stop being productive, if you let that be a distraction from your goals, you're going to wake up one day and you're going to be stupid. You're going to be broke. A lot of time went by.
That's why I'm single.
The titty's going to be gone too.
Yeah.
And she's going to, in about 2 days, she's going to have maybe that day, girls don't tend to leave a guy unless she's got a backup plan.
Yep.
So probably that day, she's got another guy that she's going to see.
Yeah.
And your bum ass who ain't been doing anything, who ain't been taking care of yourself, you've been laying around chilling, you're going to have a tough time. You're going to cry for 3 months like a bitch because you've been living like a bitch.
Yeah.
That's my
Same with girls too. That's why I'm single, because I'm focused on myself.
Bro, somebody needs to bring out a translator, bro. I can barely understand this.
I'll read the chats real quick, and then I got a question for the ladies.
I haven't been streaming that long, but this bitch has been slurring for like an hour straight, bro.
Towards the end, so don't worry, it's not just us grilling y'all. So please have a good question in mind, because the women historically have always disappointed me with not having anything to add to the conversation. So please disprove that, the stereotype. Key RL goes, just got out the friend zone in the gym working on being better me. She broke him up. Okay, Chris, it's 20 and up. Okay. Nate Jobson goes, Tamara and Fresh and Chris, have you ever told a girl straight up that her head game was trash? Yes.
I just told her to use less teeth.
Yeah.
Or
Damn.
suck harder.
That sucks.
Oh my god, friend.
Jason Elliott, and I'm 2 minutes in and suddenly craving milk for some reason. Okay. We got here, flat rate inspections goes, is the new social welfare for young women OnlyFans? Cold world. Well, there's a lot more girls on OnlyFans than y'all think. Nick Dumb goes, girl right next to Fresh girl right next to Fresh, how that relationship going? If you know from a previous FNF pod. Yes, she's single now, guys.
Yeah,
she made a statement,
Soulfist, $20. Join the army to have a career, get in shape, and become disciplinable. 7 months later, I have a beautiful girlfriend who respects me and follows my lead. Work on yourself and they will come. Keep improving, gentlemen. Absolutely. $20 from, $50 from Blue Baggins goes, these thought pockets looking rough in here tonight, this nigga, bro. And then Blackest Panther goes, I'm currently taking care of some business in Wakanda, but I intend to take a vacation in a Pineapple down in Miami. Girls next to Myron and Fresh are also invited. You know what? The entire panel is invited. Wakanda forever. Okay? Wakanda, my friend. We see you.
Wakanda forever.
Man. And then we got $40 from Chairman LMAO. Shout out to Derek Moneyberg. Took boot camps 2 to 3 years ago in Vegas, and he changed my life. Used to be a baby back bitch. Took me a bit, but increased my income to 5 figures, and we just kept climbing and getting better. Good stuff, my friend. And then we got King Life, scale 1 to 10. Who knows what a man wants? That's what we asked earlier. Good question. Haitian Jack, since all the ladies think they're 10s, do any of you ladies ever model for Vogue?
Shout out to Drake.
Have any of you modeled for Vogue? No?
Not yet.
Okay.
All right. You know what Drake said, right?
I know.
Gonna model for Vogue or not model?
I'm not a model anymore.
All right. Alvin Sam, ladies, I'm a 34-year-old male. I rate myself as a 100 out of 100. I'm a high-value alpha baller. I run my own business, and I'm a boss king at it. Thoughts? Do you see how terrible you make yourself sound by rating yourself so high? Oh, man. Dr. B84, don't tell me what you...
that you model if you invented Vogue.
There you go.
Drake.
Okay.
Drake.
The Bikini Bottom Bandit, girl next to Myron, says she's rare, but is 23 with 2 kids, and a girl 2 down from Fresh says she's not a thought, but got her titties out, and the girl 4 down from Myron look like handsome Squidward, and they are all perfect but can improve.
Oh my God.
Anything, you guys have anything you want to say back to that?
Well, both of my kids are the same dad, so I don't know what you're talking about. And
Alright,
I'm
cool.
cheating on my baby daddy. I'm making way more money than her right now, and my kids are living the life that I always wanted for them. So
Okay.
shut the fuck
So
up.
you chose.
Oh my God.
What, Chris?
I said she chose your brother.
I don't know.
No? So he makes a lot of money too, or?
I don't know. I just don't know. I don't need him no more. He'll start helping us, start fucking him. I don't give him more pussy, so you're not surprised no more.
Wait, so you just stopped smashing him? That's why you guys broke up?
Yes.
Did
no,
you leave you or did you leave
no,
him?
I left him for another one.
Oh,
There
wow.
was more to.
Damn.
So I move on.
Wait, you left him for a woman?
No.
No.
So she left it for another one.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't worth it.
Yes.
He was trash,
It
apparently.
was trash.
You threw him away.
So I was running away and I moved to the next one.
But question, if you had 2 kids with him, how was he trash?
He's trash because I was only 16 years old. I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just horny. Like, I didn't have the same.
Oh my God, bro.
16?
All right.
All right.
Wait, there was
Okay,
a master trainer. Solomon has some wise words.
Where's
Oh,
that?
my fault.
Up front? Okay,
Do
I'll
y'all
hit that.
think
In the name
before
of the founding fathers, how hard
y'all
is it for
say
these
some
girls to
dumb
name 3
shit?
U.S. presidents? Our republic is doomed. And that's from
Like,
Christian
you
Mitchell.
run the
Master
sentence
Trainer
in your
Solomon
head
Crack goes
first.
$50. Freshly
'Cause
fit.
if
You the
not,
best.
you need
Brandon
to
Carter,
start.
you're a legend. I'm so proud to be a Brandon Carter HCT elite trainer. I'll be in Miami next month to see Brandon.
Hey.
Solomon's Fitness World. Shout out to you, my friend.
Shout out to you.
LB Berserker, $20 goes. You can tell none of the ladies on the panel make 6 figures or more. They have no idea the work it takes to make that type of money.
Oh,
you know what, real
I
quick,
do.
how many ladies on the panel make $100,000 a year or more? Raise your
I
hands.
do.
How many? No, actually make it without getting a sugar daddy or anything? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4,
4.
and then 5. You do it in finance?
You'd
Something's
be
off here.
surprised.
Why is it
Something's-
off?
Something's.
You'd be surprised, baby.
What do you do particularly in finance?
Business loans.
You give out business loans?
Yeah, I work for a lending company.
Okay, and then you basically
Get commission off of
get
every deal I
commission off of
close.
getting
Okay.
people
Yeah.
giving people
Possibly,
loans.
yeah.
Okay, so all right. My zodiac sign is.
You
the
was
day
trying to
of
call her
the
out on some cap.
Jake Henry Long,
That's
question for the
crazy,
ladies. Would you
man.
rather be with a man who makes 60K but you have a really incredible connection, or be with a man that makes 150K and you have a mediocre connection?
That's interesting.
All right, you know what? We can
That's
do
facts.
that.
Answer, but yeah.
You
I
go
think
around.
that's 60K a month. But
60K?
with incredible connection. Yeah. I'll
Okay.
take that.
It wasn't 60K a month. It was a year.
That's
a year.
Yeah.
60K a year. That's what $5,000 a
I'll
month.
help him to
He
make
can't even
more.
take it
Before
to Jamaica
taxes.
for a vacation. You gotta pay his
Damn,
bills.
I paid for it. It's okay. I've done it before.
Oh my God,
Where's
niggas
those
go
guys now?
crazy, dog.
I used to take care of my first boyfriends before. There's
And where's he
nothing
at
wrong
now?
with that. If you got it, you got it. I don't know.
Makes you think so much.
That's
I
the
broke
point.
up with them. I don't know where they are now.
So that's the point.
They're not here anymore.
All right, what about you? 60K per year and good connection?
Oh
or
my
50K per year
God.
and available?
I mean, I'm fine with that. I'd be happy
With what?
with 60K.
Bro,
that you're not
the
decreasing
fact
your
that
standards
you
from
donated $100
Okay,
just to say
because
some
that's
wild
different. That's
shit is
different.
crazy to
That's
me.
Okay, okay, it's different because they're asking an actual question, and based on that, I'm not talking about my standards, but hypothetically, if he had 60,000, as long as I'm happy and he's happy, that's what really matters.
W answer.
Lovely.
Um,
This
He
is
can
great.
budget, that's fine.
This is great.
All right. Yo, and guys, do me a quick favor. There's 12,751 of you guys in here right now, man. So shout out to all of y'all real quick because this is fucking lit.
And we have 4.1K likes.
We only got 4,000 likes, guys. I need you guys
bro.
to at least 10K because I'm telling you guys this right now. I haven't slept yet, really. I've had a long night. I did the O.J. Simpson breakdown earlier for you guys, taping that, and then I did a show with Andrew
I quit.
earlier on Fed It.
I give
So
up.
like the video
I'm
for my
done.
hair follicles and for my eyelids, guys, because I'm in pain right now
I got
doing
you,
this show.
man.
So like the goddamn video. Subscribe to Derek Moneyberg on YouTube. Subscribe to Brandon Carter on YouTube. Check them out as well. Click that fucking link below. Get in 10 Commandments of Wealth, man. Help y'all make money so that you guys can walk away from the crazy girls on this table. All right? With their high standards. But like the goddamn video. Also, Chris, let's go ahead and kill the Twitch and the Twitter stream. So guys, come on over to YouTube. Search Fresh and Fit on YouTube. Come on over. And like the video, man. So subscribe to the channel. And get us to 10K likes, man, for my hair follicles at least. As you guys can see, they're slowly growing back, but I'm losing them as we do this show. So let's go ahead, going back to where we at with you. And the question was 60K per year and, you know, good connection, 150K per year and no connection.
I'm going to go back to what I said before,
Okay.
meaning that money isn't everything to me.
Okay.
So if they make
Stop the
60,000 if they make 60,000 a year and we have a great connection, that's fine because like I said, I pay for my own stuff. He can pay for, you know.
He's
Okay.
he's not vegan. You don't eat tofu.
That's okay. You don't have to be vegan to be with me. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Miss
Yeah, I'm not
Finance.
picky.
I probably would choose
Neither probably
a
for you.
connection, honestly.
You'll take 60K per year and a connection?
Wait. I thought you were talking about the other one. Wait, what was that? 60K a year?
Oh my god.
year.
Not a month.
Damn.
Yeah,
With a
60K
good
a year and a good
connection.
connection.
What I
Or 150K per year, but emotionally unavailable.
Yeah,
When
nope,
you're together,
psych,
everything
that's
is
cap.
emotionally unavailable.
60K emotionally unavailable.
All right.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
She said
fast.
monthly.
What about
At
you?
least I knew it. I knew she was
60K
gonna.
per year,
I knew she
good
was gonna pick
connection,
that
or
answer.
150K per year, and
That's fucking
emotionally
crazy.
unavailable.
150K in emotional.
I'm
Alright.
fucking
What
crying.
about you, Nina?
I'll take the 150 at least.
I'm fucking crying.
What about
Do
you?
y'all not have morals?
Connection.
Okay.
Really? 150. Of
I
course.
stay
She
single.
already been through it, so she knows.
She's been to the 60 unless.
Her case, yeah, it was 0 for her in her case.
Yeah.
I'll read the rest of these chats, and I got a question for the ladies. Okay.
I stay single.
I just dropped 300 in Chewy earlier. LOL, these chicks gonna have to make me rich, and that's from Refuse. Yeah, man, invest in cat food and dog food, guys. We got 20 bucks from Wayfood, Robert
Okay, I
Revolution,
just
20 bucks.
bought-
Thank
I
you.
just bought dog
Girl in
food
Blue
today,
ain't
that's
bringing
crazy.
not a motherfucking thing. Do you have anything you want to say back to him, Miss 500K?
No, because obviously I'm not bringing anything for him.
Oh.
Oh, well. It
Well, I mean,
depends.
from well, you said earlier what you bring. I mean, wouldn't that be arguable that?
Not for him, obviously.
Not for him.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
won't even give him your presents
Definitely not.
and your what was the other thing you mentioned? Presents,
I don't know. Look back in your notes.
support.
Yeah.
Damn, Myron, you
I'm
want to talk to you like
spoiling
that?
my man.
Guys,
'Cause
invest in
I like
Chewy.
being spoiled.
Invest in
A relationship path depends on the beginning/foundation of it. If the relationship foundation is money, then it will collapse as it disappears. That's true. That's true, guys. We tell you guys all the time, money doesn't buy happiness, but it is a damn good down payment. Fresh is super evil. BBC 50 bucks. Fresh. What are you waiting
That is a W statement, bro. Money doesn't buy happiness, but it is a good down payment. That is W.
for? Tonight, the blonde is ours. The vacuum seal double hand twist gawk combo 3000 is calling us.
Who's the blonde?
I think you.
The one,
Her.
2 doors. Go fresh.
Oh,
Pink.
Seats, doors.
the girl that's not gonna settle down.
Bro.
She's
comment.
young, wild, and free right now.
What is you?
You have anything? You want?
I didn't say I won't settle, but I'm not gonna comment on that.
She got some big
Thank
ass titties.
Please don't.
Dr. Mo,
Nose
20
is
bucks. Let's be
coming
real.
out.
Most of
God.
these women don't want a man with 6 figures
That
so their
look
kids
like
are taken
Triple
care of
H's
or
nose.
have the best education. They want a man with money so they can personally live in luxury. Oh,
Oh
shit.
shit.
Do you guys agree with that? Or
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, they're being honest about it at least.
Yeah.
Mal MC, watch what they do, listen to less of what they say. That's true.
Oh, that's good one.
Sneeko goes, can they shut up and get on the poll? This thing.
Can anyone do pole tricks in here?
I can.
You can?
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, we'll do
my
after.
God.
Demonstration.
We'll do after.
All right.
Someone say magic bean. God.
What was it?
What do you bring to the table, woman? Some of the lads'
Like
child.
eating plastic.
Shout out to Sneeko. I just started digesting his content after watching
yeah.
one of y'all.
Shout out
He's
to
cool
Sneeko, man.
dude,
Yeah,
man.
shout out to
I fucks
Sneeko.
with him.
Evelyn Hightower goes, ladies, he's gonna move to Miami here soon too. He'll be here in a
He's from New York, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
New York.
I just moved from New York, Sneeko. Come do it, man. It's beautiful down here.
Yeah, you guys are fucking up the real estate down here,
Yeah,
young
I'm
Americans,
from
man.
Jersey,
We ruined that shit.
You guys have.
You know what I'm saying? I apologize.
Evelyn Hightower goes, ladies, here's a tip if a guy asks you what you bring. Femininity, submission, be his peace, be a good mother are just a few, but that will wow a guy because no woman say it. Thanks, FNF. I stood out and got my husband. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, shout out to
Shout out
Evelyn
Evelyn.
Hightower, yeah. I don't think enough women like talk about that stuff. Dr. Mo, what do you bring to the table, ladies, women, rainbows, butterflies, and gumdrops? Okay. Well, big toenail. And then from this point forward, guys, because we got 12,000 y'all in here, I'm going to read 50 and up. However, every single chat is going to be shown on screen. Thank you guys so much for the donations. But, you know, I want to make sure that we can get as many of these questions out.
Big toenail.
And if any of y'all got any good questions, obviously, Chris will see them and we can, like, highlight them. Anyone who wipes up the vegan will instantly have a higher chance of lack of protein, iron, vitamin B, and zinc. You have anything you want to say to defend your honor, Miss Vegan? Or vegans in this case?
Anyone that's with a vegan will just have their life enhanced. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, so
Oh,
they're
yeah,
wrong.
okay, you cannot say that, bro.
What do you say, Miss Other Vegan? Aren't you vegan?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because how the fuck is a meat eater? Okay, now I'm not saying that they can't date, but how the fuck is it gonna uplift his life if she's a vegan and he's fucking not? Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Okay.
No, I never thought about it like that. No, I feel
What about you, Nina? What's your
I
thoughts?
don't know, cause
My brain hurts just thinking
what
about
he
it.
says, I thought I didn't eat meat, but I actually do.
You do eat meat. You suck dick.
Wait,
The
what?
fuck?
You
Wait, what?
I do.
Wait, you mean actual chicken?
No,
Oh.
I don't eat that kind of meat. I eat the other.
She means like dick.
Sausage, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
sausage.
Yeah, she means dick.
All right. Good joke. Remind me to not go to that comedy show. What about you? What's your thoughts on the veganism, his comments?
I mean, just really take care of your nutrition.
No, he's saying that you won't be able to provide him a diet.
Yeah,
that will give him- what was it, high
you
protein,
can get
zinc,
more
and what was the other
nutritional
things you
value
mentioned?
from plants, but I'm pretty sure that we need a substantial amount of fat in
Yeah.
our bodies
No,
that
protein,
you don't get
protein, iron,
from
vitamin B,
fucking
and zinc.
plants.
Yeah.
So we
What's your
need
rebuttal
like
to that?
lean meat.
I mean,
I'm not saying it's bad to be
stay
vegan, but like
drinking protein powder.
I wouldn't say it's
twice a day,
necessarily a
so-
good thing.
But he's saying the vegan diet won't offer that.
It
does.
That's what he's arguing.
Those are minerals and vitamins found in plants. So I mean, vitamin
Amen.
B is a bacteria found in the soil, which, like the cattle industry actually artificially supplements the animals with that because the animals don't even eat
Before
straight
anybody
from the
gets on
soil
my
anyway,
dick, I was
so.
vegan for
those
like a year.
Nutrients
A year
are
or 2
found in
years.
plants as
Well,
well. You just gotta
vegetarian
make
for
sure
like
that
2
you
years.
Eat a very plentiful diet.
Still.
All right.
Amen.
Varun Vikram.
I mean, it
he has
was
something
nice.
For Miss Lady
Did it
in the
for
Blue. He goes, the
basketball,
opposite of submissive
but-
woman is an argumentative woman. An argumentative woman can never bring peace but headaches.
was
Make
nice,
it
but I
make
love
sense.
meat,
Do you have
no
anything you wanna say
homo.
back to him?
Am I an argumentative woman?
Well, you said not submissive, so by default, the opposite of that is argumentative. So
Not really. I'm saying sexually, but
See, I think if you're going for like a traditional woman, then I guess they're necessarily looking for somebody that's submissive and makes lower than them. But if you're looking for a woman that, in like in our sense, it'd be like a woman that has close to the same values as what you do, and the same morals as you, I'd say.
Right.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily
Oh, so you're
that
referring strictly to-
somebody has to be over the other. I'd say it's somewhat of equal footing depending on the relationship you're going for.
really, I was saying in some scenarios, but make what makes sense. I'm confused because
you saying that you were contradicting yourself a little bit earlier, but
okay.
She's like, so what? Who's counting? Third woman from Iran just said she has a wife material, but would hire a maid. So that maid going to be more of a wife to the man and the children. In other words, she's anything but wife material. That's what Sky Aragon. You have anything you want to say back to Miss Vegan?
Listen, I'm working full time. You're working full time. Ain't nobody got time to clean the whole house and take care of the kids. So yes, I will hire a maid, and yes, I will have a nanny, and I do not give a damn what you think. So
Yes,
thank you
you're
very
the
much.
house coordinator.
Yeah, but they're talking about in a traditional sense. So like if you have a guy that's making over 100K a year, you're probably not going to be working. Like that's just being dead straight honest. Like at that point, the guy of that standing is not looking for a woman that is working.
You do catch what he's trying to say is that that's not wife material.
It depends
I
what it
mean,
is.
that's
not.
your opinion.
To each their
I'll
own.
do it all.
To each
In a
their
traditional
own.
sense, it's
All right.
not.
Third woman from Iron just said she has a no. Sorry. Where we at, Chris? Okay, Juan Antonio, bro,
Alright,
100K a
sounds
year
like
is not a
Alex
lot of
from
money. Sure, the
Madagascar.
quality of life is a little better, but you sure as hell.
That nigga
will not have
high,
a nanny.
bro?
Three
That nigga
quarters
has
know
to
the
be
value of
high,
money.
bro.
Men are going overseas to get women. Enjoy your cats.
Just in Chewy.
Oh my God, bro. Okay, every woman is a 10 at the table, and all want a man with money. All of you want the same man. So how many of y'all ready to share with him with other women at the table? Oh, shit.
Oh.
That's actually a good question. You guys all pretty much described the same exact guy. You know what? Let's have fun with this because I was going to segue right into my question that I was going to ask earlier. So, ladies, I have a question for you. What's more common, beautiful women or rich, successful men?
Beautiful women.
Beautiful women.
Rich man.
That's more
You've
common?
been on the show. You cheated.
Beautiful woman.
That's more common.
Sorry.
Okay. What's more common, beautiful women or rich, successful men?
Beautiful woman.
Okay.
Beautiful woman.
Okay.
Beautiful women because they can enhance themselves.
Okay.
Is that what you did?
Oh my
Who
God.
said that? Just a little bit.
Okay.
I can tell.
What about you?
I'm gonna say beautiful woman for sure.
Okay.
Beautiful woman.
Beautiful women. Some rich men can't even, they can't control their finances. They spend too much.
How are they rich and they can't control finances? Answer me
The
that.
question was.
The
The
fuck?
question was, what's more common, beautiful women or rich,
Beautiful
successful
women
men?
because rich
Okay.
men can have money issues.
Most of the time, those rich niggas ain't even handling their finances. Their accountants handling their finances.
It's
The
a
fuck?
strange take, but okay. So my question is, if these men are rarer, wouldn't it be in your best interest to know what they want if you want to get them and all the other girls want them?
Why don't you tell us what they want then?
Well, that's why I'm
Spill
asking
the
you.
beans.
I'm asking you. So since you know now that there's more beautiful women than there are successful men, and you guys all want those same successful men, shouldn't it be important that you would know what that guy wants?
Yes.
But not every successful man goes in the same category. So you're not going to say they all want the same thing. Everyone's different. The way that they were raised, the way that
I mean,
they...
there's some basics that they're gonna want,
But
though.
generally, the
All
foundation
right, so
for what
basics,
a guy
they don't want a
wants.
whore. Okay, fine.
Okay,
Okay,
that's one.
that's one.
I think it's
Well,
important.
you didn't mention that
What do
when
they
we
want?
asked you.
A housewife? Like a
Well,
doormat?
but-
Like,
but-
what do you guys want? Someone just gonna sit there and
Not
be
a
like,
doormat.
like, what do you... a whore for you, but not for anybody else.
I think it is important to know.
Yeah, right.
We're getting there.
We
We're
love that.
getting warmer.
Okay.
Notice how you knew that, but yet that's not what you brought.
Oh, I know exactly what you want me to say, or what I'm supposed to say. No, I'm kidding. Okay, I know the answers to it. I know what the
Yet-
guy wants.
So you know, yet
obviously.
you still refuse to
Could- yeah.
Cause what?
to provide it.
Yes. Yes, sir. Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
Brain cells are frying.
Alright, listen.
Yeah. So anyway, now that
How
you
are
know
you
that
an
there's
accountant?
more beautiful women,
Man,
so
I'm
why
so
wouldn't
confused.
you want
You're not even an
shouldn't you know
accountant.
what
We give
that guy
out
wants?
business loans.
Here, Miss Dancer.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Are any of you guys paying attention?
Gotcha.
Stupid.
Yo, this is probably one of the dumbest panels we've had in a very long time. I'll just be honest. God damn, this is crazy.
That's not nice.
It's the truth. It's been shown plenty of times on the show. It's like, pay attention. We're obviously having a conversation here. Pay attention to what's going on. Like, I'm not the one, I'm not making myself look crazy. I'm asking simple questions, and it's like, wait, what? Oh, no, I don't know. Like,
numbers? What?
So it's very simple. I asked you earlier, what's more common, beautiful women or successful men? All of you said beautiful women are more common. My question to that is, if there's more beautiful women, don't you think it's best for you to know what these men want if all the women are chasing the same guys?
Yes. Because that's how you're going to keep that successful man.
Okay. What about
You
you?
know what
What's
he
your thoughts on that?
I think that's true.
Okay.
I mean,
Ms. Vegan? Oh, go ahead. Continue.
why would he want to be with someone who doesn't at least want to understand him as a person and provide what he wants?
Okay.
He's going to get bored.
Okay.
I think it's about knowing what you want for yourself, and then if you find somebody who you have a great connection with, and they're successful, and
You
you're
mean the girl
successful-
knowing what she wants?
Yeah.
Well, we literally just showed here that you don't have the leverage. That guy has leverage. There's less of him than there is of you.
I mean, I think it's about providing each other with what you need for each other. I don't think it's all about the guy. So I'm not going to say, oh, I need to find a guy and then give him all the things that he needs. What he needs, and what about what I need? What about what I
If
need?
there's a shortage of something, right? There's supply and demand, right? So if something is scarce, what happens to it?
It goes away. It dies out. Dies down.
What?
It
If
becomes
something
hi-
is
It becomes
scarce,
high in demand.
Oh, it becomes high in demand. Okay.
I
Yes.
agree with you. I feel like it has to be mutual.
It has to be mutual. Yes.
Yeah.
It's not about finding the guy. It's about finding yourself, and then the person will come into you.
It can't be mutual if you're looking for a guy that makes more than you. It literally can't. He has more on his plate to lose than what you do.
Life when it's meant to happen. Don't.
Well, I think yes, you have to know what that man wants, but you also have to be willing to actually be that person. And I'm not willing.
I'm gonna lay on the table, right? It's apparent that y'all just care about what y'all want,
Self-awareness.
but not what men want. And it's funny to me because like you wonder why you're single. I'm like, why are you single? It's because you don't really care
They
what he
don't
wants.
give a fuck.
Exactly.
Facts.
They
don't
they
care.
really
Yeah,
just
this
never
podcast
thought
proven
about
that.
this shit. And I don't mean y'all specifically. I mean,
In general.
yeah.
Why aren't
in
men
general.
more
No,
vocal?
no. I mean y'all specifically because this is crazy. I'm literally spoon feeding it. 1, 2, 3.
Why aren't men vocal? Because when we are vocal and show you weakness, you don't want that man. You take that as weakness, and that man cannot provide for you, so you don't want him anymore. You're looking for another option if they talk about their feelings and try to communicate. And no offense, the guy that you want to communicate, you just honestly don't want that guy. Like you'll say it in your head, but you don't actually want it.
Attractive men that have money are rare. Okay. So
Ma, you back?
there's less of them. Therefore, they have more value. So wouldn't it be incumbent upon you as the woman to understand this and adapt to something that's rare?
Shit, a very good question.
But she's saying you should
why
just
aren't
know
they
what you
more
want.
vocal? No, why aren't they more vocal about what they want? And women are way more vocal about what they want.
Because women can't handle the truth.
Facts.
Can I add to this?
You think that?
You can't handle it.
We don't.
It's-
now. I said clean. You want to clean now. You want fried rice, right? You want fried rice, right? Alright. Might be. Everybody, sorry for the intermission. We back at it.
It's been proven from us interviewing at this point 1,500 and how many girls now for this panel? It's probably like 1,505, I think.
Because they're gonna say, for example, we want a doormat, but if you say that what we actually want, and it's like we don't want a doormat, we want other stuff, but it's like we always get put down for our standards. It's just,
yeah. So no, it's just very interesting that these guys have the leverage, but women still don't understand or know that. It's just very interesting to me.
1,503.
1,503.
Also don't care.
On it. Yeah.
Like,
yeah. That too.
Don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But, okay. What about you? Knowing now that there's more beautiful women than men, wouldn't it be important for you to understand what that guy wants?
Yes, that's very important.
So, what about you? What's your thoughts on that, Nina?
Like I said, yes, of course you have to know what that person wants if you want to be with that person, but you have to be also willing to actually be that person and give up on a lot of aspects of your life.
Okay. What about you?
I say we get our nails done, we get our hair done, we look good, we have to act the part, put our best selves out there in order to get that person and get people looking.
But we literally just said Beauty's comment earlier.
Yeah, literally. You don't need to do that.
Beauty's common, but it can come, it can go. You know, you have to keep up with it. It's a lot to keep up with.
Where
but
you
there's
at,
other
then?
beautiful women, is the point.
Yeah, but you just have to be your best selves.
Okay. What about you?
Well, I think there's just a lot of compromise that just comes when being in a relationship. So, like, all the single stuff you can't do. So, obviously, you kind of have to put yourself as a more higher, like a high-value woman to kind of compete with the man that you want.
All right, I got a better question for you guys now. Now, because all of you guys literally described the same man, essentially, right? In that top, all of you guys described the guy in the top 2 to 3% of men. Obviously, there's not enough of these guys to go around, right? It's a small percentage of men.
Yeah.
Are you willing to share that guy with other girls?
No.
Maybe with some of the girls here at the table?
If
Now that
I
you know
get
how
to
rare they are?
join, no, if I get to join, that's fine.
Well, let's say you don't get to join. It's him just going out and doing what he wants to do. If he decides to bring you in, he does. If he doesn't, well, it is what it is.
Then no. If I don't get my fun too, then no.
Okay, so you think that you get to go ahead and dictate that to a guy that's in the 3%? Interesting. Okay, what about you?
I'd rather be alone.
Okay.
Okay.
Single forever.
So you'd rather be
Right,
alone than lower your standards?
Yeah.
So you know
that
where the guy stands.
That
you know what comes
contradicts
with it.
yourself completely because you're the one that said you wanted a high value man. You wanted a guy that was making at least 150K or 100K.
That guy, yet you're not willing to do what's required to get said guy.
It doesn't make any sense.
I'm a very monogamous person, and if he wants to see other girls,
But that's not the thing. If he's a certain percent, why do you invite me, nigga? If he's a certain percentage of man, he's not gonna be. He has options, unlike you. Like there are many beautiful women. There aren't many guys that are in the top 2%.
that's not the person for me.
What if I told you most guys want to see other girls? A staggering majority, especially that earn that kind of money.
I'll be alone with my money.
Cats and dogs. Chewy.
Okay. Do you think that's gonna be lead to long-term happiness for you as a woman with your money?
I truly hope I find the right person that wants to live a happy life together and only us together.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't, you know, the road is paved how it is.
So you hope.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can only hope, you know.
Question for you. If I told you I'm going to stay in my mom's basement and smoke this weed and eat some pizza, and I hope I'm going to get rich and get in shape and get a bad bitch, what would you say to me?
I would say good luck.
Boy, bye.
You would say
Bye.
you would say I'm what? Stupid, right?
Yeah.
So isn't that what you just essentially did just now?
I mean, I still put myself out there and I'm not like chasing people, but
But you're
if
missing
it
the
comes,
point.
It comes.
You're refusing to change to get what you want versus me doing the same exact scenario. I'm stupid, but you're doing the same exact thing.
Yeah, I'm just, I've never been into that stuff. It's just a preference, you know.
Okay. Are you willing to share that guy, Nina? Now that you know everyone here at the table wants the same exact dude.
I mean, just don't bring an STD home. That's my main problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Miss $1 million a year. What about you?
Y'all don't be wearing condoms, so that's the problem there.
All right, Miss $1 million a year. Where you willing to share your guy?
Okay, you can't blame that on us, because I've been with many women, and all they've said is they haven't even asked me to put on a condom.
I feel like
March.
I feel like eventually I'll probably not be okay with that.
Wait, so eventually you'll...
Maybe at the beginning, but not later on?
Oh.
And I'm just a fucking average guy, so if they ain't asking me, they definitely ain't asking a nigga that's balling, bro. Like,
Okay, so you'd accept it in the beginning, and then later on you would try to say, no, you can't do this? Do you think you'll have the leverage to tell a guy that makes $1 million a year what he can and can't do with chicks? Okay, interesting. What about you, Miss Blue? 500K per year. Are you willing to share your guy? Or sorry, per month?
So I feel like cheating is a rich man's sport. So I
Mhm.
mean, do you do what you have to do?
Okay.
But can I also have fun on the side? Like, you know, yeah. I just feel like do what you do. I don't really.
You don't care? You would
no,
share
if
'em?
you're providing the lifestyle that that I want, then it's like do what you do.
so
at the end of the
women
day,
don't care if you cheat as long as you're providing something for them. I feel like so many people just threw morals straight out the window.
obviously would like love me, and then
He's going to require you also to not have sex with other guys. Are you okay with that?
yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
If he's doing his job right.
Okay. It's 500K a month, though, to be able to do that, right?
Yes. I mean,
500K a month is crazy, bro. That's fucking.
Cheating for your broke and
I don't know if that's delusion or what. I don't.
Yeah, they all do.
Yeah, right. They're all gonna cheat, but you have to have something like leverage, you know.
Holy fuck.
Okay.
All right.
Interesting. Okay. So, what about you?
Miss Vegan.
Would you, you want a guy that makes 100K per year? Fairly rare. Would you,
Absolutely not. I would
Share
not share him.
you would not share him? Why not?
I'm very monogamous. It's me and only me, and if not, then that's it.
Okay,
No.
but what if, but what about what the guy wants? I mean, we revisited this. I guess we're revisiting this again. What about what the guy wants?
I mean, look, if he wants to go and fool around with other girls, like I either want to be included or you can go find someone else, and that's fine. I don't care.
So you
I
gotta
don't
be
need
there
no man.
at all times.
I mean, yeah, I don't want anyone that, that's definitely a hard no for me.
So, question. You said you're like 32, 33, right?
32, thank
Okay,
you.
32.
No, not 33 yet.
Okay, so you're 32.
Calm down.
You're 32. I mean, 32, 33 is the same exact thing. It doesn't really matter. But so you're 32. Do you think that you have the ability to kind of have that? How do I say this? To tell a guy that makes that kind of money what to do when there's younger women that he can go ahead and replace you with?
Absolutely, because there's only one of me.
But
what we discussed
That-
earlier, that
that's-
beauty is fairly common, and you know,
But there's no beauty like mine.
Why is
No,
it about
the-
beauty though?
No,
Why
it's
does
not all about
everybody
beauty. I'm saying
think
there's
it's a
only one of
goddamn
me, and if
movie,
he doesn't wanna
bro?
be with me,
Right,
then he
of
can go
course,
find
but
someone
why-
else.
But I
well,
also
when I
think
asked
girls
you what
bring
you
more
bring to the table, you brought things that a lot of other girls can bring to the table.
Something a Disney
Which is
princess would say, you
a
can't
maid.
find my beauty anywhere.
Yeah, I wrote this
Shut
down.
the
It's
fuck
like-
up.
Coordinate a maid. That's what they said. Like,
Oh no.
What the
We're
hell?
asking her.
oh, okay. I was.
But
just
how does she
trying
stand
to-
out?
Yeah, Miss. Yeah, so what would you like? Because like I said before, that guy, he could replace you with a younger girl. So what would you?
I would say, honey, if you want to go replace me with someone else, go ahead. That's
So you're
what I
not
would
gonna
say.
change. I'm gonna do what I
Well,
want to do
listen,
and
no,
what I want.
I mean, I will
I'm not sharing
always
you.
do my best to be the best partner that I can be. But if that's not enough for them, then they can go find someone else. It's fine. I'll be okay.
Okay, so you're not sharing him. That's your thing, and you're not changing.
Period.
Even though
Period.
you're getting older and you lose leverage.
I'm happily being myself, and I don't need no man to support me, so it's fine.
All right. Well, you're 33, so.
I have a question for you, real
32.
quick. I have a question for you.
Mhm.
Let's say you're walking down the street, and you see an old lady carrying some bags, and she's struggling. Would you help her out?
Of course.
Help her carry the bags to her place?
Of course.
Okay. Let's see you see an able-bodied guy and he's walking with some bags. Would you help him carry the bags?
I would help anybody, man, woman. I don't
But
care.
would you help that guy that's able-bodied walking around with the grocery bags?
That's a what?
An able-bodied man
Able.
walking down the street with the grocery bags. Would you help him? Seems like he's doing okay. He's not doing too bad.
With an abled body, and he's
Yes.
doing okay.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
no
why would
fun.
he need my help?
Okay, but
Well,
would
so
you give him the help? Is my
You
question.
just said you'd help anybody, though.
If he asked me for help, and
But
I
let's
could,
say he didn't. He's strong and independent too.
then no, I'm not going to go out of my way to go and help. If
So
he
what makes
doesn't-
you think that a man's going to come in and help you and want to, you know, provide a life for you when you're strong and independent? You don't need the help, right?
I don't. Yeah, it's okay. I don't need someone to come and help me. I got
Oh,
That's the point I'm trying to say.
Okay, so what are you asking me?
The point I'm trying to say is that if you want a guy that makes that kind of money, that's successful, etc., but you're a strong, independent woman, right? They always say the squeaky, you know, the squeaky door gets the oil. Like men need to feel needed with their girl. Otherwise, it's like, why am I gonna come in and deal with this chick? She's strong and independent. Fuck that.
I mean, listen, if I'm in a relationship, they will definitely feel my love and they will definitely feel me there. That's not like that's a given. So I don't think I need to go into detail about why, like, if someone wants to be with someone else, they want to fool around, go ahead. Like, that's fine. Whatever makes you happy. But you cannot go and fool around and come back home and lay in my bed next to me and be kissing up on me when you've been doing stuff with other girls. So that's how I feel. That's it.
Okay, but how you feel and the reality are two different things, though. That's what I'm trying to say.
I mean,
Like, do you ladies see where I'm going here? That like the higher the status the guy, the less wiggle room you have to kind of be a boss and think you can do whatever you want to do. It's kind of more on the guy's terms because it's harder to find him than it is to find you. And I know a lot of you guys. I mean, you rated yourself an 11 out of 10 earlier, so I get it. You know, you're perfect and no one can replace you. But the reality is that you guys are not as perfect there, and you know, as you guys think you are, because there's
Okay.
plenty of other girls that could take your spot. And I think once women understand that they are replaceable, they're going to behave a little bit better. They might put themselves in a position to be better girlfriends and/or potential wives. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but this is what I've realized from interviewing at this point. Well over 1,500 women now.
Mm-hmm.
Is that most girls are fairly delusional about where they stand as their own value, what they provide to a guy. Any?
Are you
nothing?
asking me a question or are you
No,
telling me?
I'm just saying that's just my observation, and your
Okay.
answers kind of coincide with that. But
So are you saying I'm delusional?
with all due respect, yes.
I think he's saying everybody
Oh my
that,
God,
that
yes.
he's came in
If
contact
you're
with
just
have
now
all
getting that he's
been
calling you
actual
delusional, it's crazy.
On average, I'm not going to say all, but on average,
Niggas
most
been
girls
calling
are
you
fairly
delusional for like
about
an
where they
hour.
stand in the dating marketplace of their own value, and then what they think that they deserve in a man, and then more importantly, when they find that man, how they think they're going to be able to keep him, hypothetically speaking. They think, I'm going to get a high status guy that's a 1%er, but I'm going to be able to treat him like a 99%er guy. As if like that, you know, he's going to sit there
That
and
is so
build with you,
facts.
or you'll be able to add to his business, or you'll be able to motivate him, right? Like what Miss 500K a month said. Like, these types of guys don't need you. You know,
Not to mention, I also feel like women correlate their past relationships with their newer ones. Like they still go off with their. So say like they were only fucking with a bad guy before, like all the benefits and non-benefits that other person associated, she's gonna associate with the next person she's trying to build a connection with or a relationship with. It's like women. Well, like I said, women know fundamentally what they want in their head. It's just when it's presented to them literally right in front of their eyes, they don't know how to act.
a compliment to his life that's highly replaceable.
Yo, these girls are like, yo, it's nice and all, but I'll give a fuck.
Okay. Because you got to remember, it's not their reality.
Yeah,
It's not.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not.
Like that's
Yeah.
not that's
It's
not their
not.
life.
But this
They
is
live.
more-
They can
and
go on
honestly,
Instagram right now and see.
I
a
do this for
different-
the chat so they
yeah.
can see what the hell's going on here, because I do this so that these guys can understand that most girls really don't give a fuck. Even though the numbers are there in their face, I'm telling them they don't care. So interesting. All right.
We got some chats here, and then ladies, think of a question for us. Ask us, for example, why do guys cheat? Why do guys ghost you? Whatever you want to know.
Thoughts on therapy for men.
For men. Okay, you want to start there?
Yeah, I was diagnosed with bipolar like years ago. I think it's hereditary. My father fucking shot himself in the head when I was younger, and so I imagine he had some undiagnosed psychological issues. And I went to therapy, but I never found it effective. Like for me, I'm not saying it's bad for people, but I ain't really get shit out of it, you know, every time I went. But you know, I know a lot of people speak highly of it. I never found it helpful.
Do you feel like you hold it back?
Nah, I think it was.
I think therapy is a good thing if you're like an open man and you're willing to talk about the stuff that holds you back or change you. But I don't feel like it's beneficial for everybody. I don't feel like everybody has that ability to be open like that.
How do I say this? The more money I made, the less effective I found it. Because I got to a point where it was like, the fuck I'm gonna listen to this dude. He ain't even got no millions, man. The fuck you gonna tell me about life? And so it may have been a block, you know, in that regard. And yeah, I never found it helpful. You know, I went voluntarily, you know, trying to get some help with it, but I didn't find it helpful. You know what I did find helpful? Fucking making more money. I know it sounds fucking crazy, but it didn't make me like. I had this theory, you know, like children. They're born happy, toddlers, babies are happy, but like life starts beating you down, and it robs you of your joy. And the money doesn't make you happy, but it shields away the pain and the sorrow, and it can reveal the happiness that's there. So making money really helped me with my psychological issues.
Do you feel like now that you came up, you know, you said that you grew up poor, right?
Yeah, yes.
So with that being said, do you feel like now that you're able to travel and live financially free and be able to explore to places where you couldn't have in that place of where you were before, do you feel like that freed you more?
You know, like I said before, I it's not necessarily to travel and all that shit. I mean, that's cool. But being broke is the quickest way. It's the quickest path to sadness. It's an expressway, right? Money doesn't make you happy, but being broke is a one-way ticket to unhappiness, right? So really, I feel like it just shields away.
That is because we're you know,
I think
we're
women
millennials.
taught us that.
Yeah.
But we're millennials, and we didn't really grow up with this information being so public and in your face. It was a little bit more culturally taboo to say all these things. So, you know, men have been told throughout history to just be gentlemen, and that's it. That's all you got to do. Be gentlemen and be charged.
No, that's not true. I think if you look, with all due respect, I think if you look historically, women have always been attracted to men who could acquire resources. Like, you know, the guy who grew up, you know, where Fresh grew up, man, the guy who can get the best coconuts in Barbados,
Nigeria.
the
Yes,
best
sir.
coconut picker, he probably got the most hoes, right? Am I right?
There you go.
Yeah. See, I think it was like
This
that.
nigga, bro.
I think it's always been like that. Like, honestly, you know, and just from what I've studied, if you read Dr. David Buss's book, The Evolution of Desire, he talks about it's been like this for all of documented history, and not even just for women, just even status amongst just other men or just humans. Like the person with the most resources had the better outcomes, right? I think it's more of a biological thing. The more resources you have, the greater the chances for survival for both you and your offspring. So it's not surprising that a woman would be attracted to a man with resources, because on a biological level, she knows that he can provide for the offspring, you know?
But there wasn't like one particular experience, like when you were younger, that maybe you got rejected by a girl because you didn't have enough money at that time. So you were like, you know, I gotta get it together if I want to.
I never allowed myself to be broke. Like, even when I was struggling, I would get, you know, my father, he fucking blew his brains out in 2007, right at the beginning of the financial crisis. And I could have just fucking cried. I had to take care of the family and shit. But instead, I got like multiple jobs. I was waking up at 4 a.m.
I know your story.
Yeah.
I watch Money Monday.
Oh, man. Good for you. That's a wise decision. That's one of the smartest things I heard tonight. But I worked several jobs, you know, just 'cause for me, being broke was just unacceptable. So I've struggled, but I've never been broke. And it's even easier now, like with the internet, you know, the iPhone wasn't even out in the time I'm talking. I'm pretty old.
You couldn't do Uber.
You couldn't do Uber. It didn't exist. It wasn't a thing. The iPhone didn't exist. You know, I know that might sound crazy, archaic, but y'all about to turn 40.
People take for granted all the assets we have, especially now that we have the ability to make money. Like, some people are sad at 8-hour shifts at Starbucks when you could be doing something way worse, bro. Like, if you look at it at a different perspective for somebody that actually needs the job, instead of you just going to the job to provide yourself. Like, imagine somebody that needs to go to that job because if they quit that job, they have nowhere to stay. They have no life to go to after that. Compared to you complaining about an 8-hour shift, that's like nothing, bro.
Next month, right? So it's I never allow myself to be broke.
It's not necessarily a bad thing to be broke too, because there are poor people and homeless people that get validation from other things than just money. So like there are ways that you can find value in other things, not necessarily money. Like you can find it within like the world, or like say you have like a companion, like a dog or something like that. But in majority, people need money to live the life
the
that they
comment I
want.
made at the beginning was more of, you know, it's halfway a joke, but you know, about, you know, women taught us that. But I started making money when I was, he and I know each other almost a decade, by the way. We're very good friends. We did a lot of things together. I started making money when I was 7. You know, I just kept doing that, and I just grew up around all these, I mean, really shit people that like they weren't doing anything. Some of you did too, you know.
Yeah, I did a lot of talking in the beginning, so go ahead, guys.
Well, if you've spent any time consuming the Fresh and Fit,
like a woman's past. My question is, if you go into a bank and you have a 400 credit score and you say, hey, I want to take this loan out, what's more than likely going to happen?
It's not gonna happen.
Oh yeah, you work in finance, right? Why?
Right. Because you don't qualify.
Okay. So, and the reason why you don't qualify is what?
Because you have bad credit.
Okay. And what did that bad credit come from? Bad decisions, right?
Right, 100%.
Bad financial decisions. So with women, that's kind of how it is. Like your past has kind of a credit score. Men have, since the beginning of time, have valued women that don't have high body counts. That's just how it is.
Credit repair. You can.
Huh?
You can.
You can't. You can't credit repair your body. What the fuck?
But you can't just like.
That's a good point.
No,
That's
you
a
can't
good point.
just
You
do
can
that
do
because
good credit. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
banks look at your entire history.
Yeah.
They don't just look at your credit score. Your credit score is actually pretty irrelevant when you're trying to take out
I know,
a
but if
loan.
you rebuild that credit score, you know, the history's still there.
Yes.
But there are some people that will still fund you, you know?
But here's the key: Are you gonna
Defaults,
get? Are you
but-
gonna get good debt from the best lenders? The answer is no.
Definitely not the best
That's the
lenders,
point I'm
but you
trying to
can
make.
find yourself a D lender.
Because we can play this game too. Because if you want to get the
You
best
know,
debt with the best interest rates,
10K for 10
Hold on.
days.
you want to get the
Little-
best debt with the best interest rate. Who do the banks lend to? They lend to the Grant Cardones, the Ken McElroy. They get the really good interest
100%.
rates and the best debt. Why? Because they've shown a past of good credit,
So-
good behaviors,
okay.
etc. So they qualify and get the best debt.
Okay, that.
However, someone that has maybe they've repaired their credit or whatever, they still don't have the credit profile to get the best debt.
They'll get a shittier deal, basically.
Exactly. So my thing is this: if you've made mistakes in your past, right, as a woman, because your job as a woman, whether you guys want to accept it or not, is to preserve your value. If you've disintegrated your value to a degree, why should you expect the man who's built up to his value to invest in you? And I think that's the disconnect that women don't understand. You cannot sit there and demand a top 1%, top 2%, top 3% man, as many of you want, while you're simultaneously not necessarily at that level from a female perspective. Not one of you, when I asked what does that man want, mentioned anything about not being a hoe. Not one of you. None of
I
you mentioned
did,
anything
the
about.
second round.
No, you didn't. None of you until I mentioned it. None of you mentioned anything about, you know, dressing a certain way, putting yourself in a certain light, not embarrassing your potential boyfriend or husband. No one mentioned any of that stuff, which I thought was very, very interesting. But it goes back to what I said before. Women are more concerned with what they want in a man versus what that man wants back in them. And I think that's where the disconnect is, because we have no issue with women having standards on men, but we do have an issue with men having standards on women. It's considered discrimination. But when a woman wants is preferences.
Or misogyny.
And this is why men can't be honest with women. So you know how they just do what they want to do? They just don't commit to girls.
Right.
They do it silently because men can't tell the truth of what I'm saying right now. Your past does matter.
Yo, men are so simple, man. All we want is a feminine, fit, not a hoe, maybe could possibly be a good mother, and like not a headache. And at the same time,
crazy.
You mentioned credit repair, right?
Yeah.
There's no body count repair. You got a lot of bodies, man. That shit.
But how?
Going fresh.
Listen.
fresh.
I get it. You said
How would you know?
by actions.
Oh.
Listen, your behaviors have
BL,
patterns. And if
kids.
you're a hoe through and through. You can
Lips.
cover it up for like a year, maybe like a couple months.
But then the truth always
exactly.
reveals.
So regardless of the fact, your past doesn't matter. Look, for example, you're in high school, right? There's a girl that's like attractive, everyone's been with. She's a high school hoe, basically, right? If a guy's gonna choose her, it's gonna be just a smash. Not to
But you
marry.
know what I think? I think men like to fix a girl. I just feel like a lot of men do.
Nope.
No, really?
The guys with bad credit
sorry,
that we
but-
talked
No,
about
I've
before,
seen this so
they
many
have no
times.
choice.
D-lender.
Guys,
No,
I
guys
want
are so
to
bad.
fix
They out
you.
there.
Trust me when I say, don't have your best interest at heart.
And they don't make
Yeah.
$500K a month.
Because if they did, they wouldn't want you like to assemble you.
Man, I've been spending all this time working. Working,
No, I
grinding,
really
man.
feel like
Building this money, man. Now I just
Damn.
wish I could just find some broken bitch. that just-
Hold on. Let's have fun with this. All the ladies here at the table, let's play a little game real quick. I got a game for y'all, okay? So this makes more sense. All right, let's go into a dream scenario right now, right? Let's say you're with your dream man, 6'3", makes $500K
Or
a month.
6'2".
Yeah, or 6'2". Attractive, he's your type. In shape, whatever type. Put in your dream man right there, okay? You get a hunch, and you go to a fortune teller, and she looks at her crystal ball, and she's like, tell me what's in my future with this man. And you find out that in 2 years' time, he's going to become a drug addict, lose his money, lose his body, and just be on the streets acting crazy. He's no longer going to be able to provide you that security. And you can't change it. It's etched in stone. Fortune teller's telling you this. The signs have told her. Okay, and you're an astrologist, which a lot of you ladies are probably astrologists. What are you doing? Are you staying with that man or are you leaving him?
Leaving him.
You're leaving him.
I'm
okay.
leaving him.
Well, you
don't got a future. I'm
Okay.
leaving him.
all right? What about you?
I can't stay.
You're leaving. Okay.
I'm not gonna believe a fortune teller, like just because they.
Well, you know what's coming.
I mean, you don't know for sure. That's just what someone is saying.
It's assured. Are you staying or are you leaving,
It's
knowing
gonna
that
happen.
that's going to happen? That's my point.
I mean, no, I would not want to stay with someone that's going through.
Okay. What about you, Miss 500K a month?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
You already know the answer.
What about you? Would you stay with that man knowing in about 2 years he's going to lose everything?
No. Leaving.
Leaving.
What about leaving in 2 years? No.
Okay, well, yeah, either way, you're going to leave him, right? What about you? Would you leave him?
No.
Okay. What about you? Well, you said you would not leave him?
Oh, I just.
Oh, you'd part
I would
ways?
leave, yeah.
Okay. What about you?
I'm leaving, yeah.
Okay, so hold on.
You triggered my trap card!
So you're telling me you guys know the future and you know he's going to leave, but you expect us to accept you with a shitty past?
Everybody's got a past. What is up with this past thing?
Because
that's-
men,
bullshit.
because men, like I told y'all before, are interested in a woman's past. Just like you guys have a very strong interest in that man's future, right? He can no longer provide you security. We're very interested in your past because that's going to hurt our ability to provide that security.
I feel like
Because if you're a hoe, how am I going to provide a security to a woman that I don't even know the kids are mine?
not a hoe.
That's
No one
the
calls you a hoe.
reason?
That's the point I'm
Oh,
trying
no,
to
I'm
make.
just saying, like, I'm not, me personally, I'm not a hoe. I got
Okay.
an OnlyFans.
Nobody's
but-
talking about
Here's
you.
the thing. You got to look at this from a general, objective sense and take your feelings out of it. I'm not talking about you in particular. I'm speaking in general. When I say, all of you said you would leave a man in 2 years knowing his future. I'm saying if a man knows your past, why should he not have the same ability to leave?
I hate to tell you, if you have OnlyFans or stripper or a porn star, no guy's gonna take you seriously. They're gonna think you're a whore. It doesn't matter what kind of content you do. It doesn't matter if you're just doing solo play or sexting or just like that. It's the fact that no guy wants a promiscuous woman. No guy wants a woman that multiple guys have seen her fucking hoo-ha across states or been penetrated or this. No guy wants to see that. That's the same reason why these porn stars have a hard time finding a guy to take them seriously. So they get them pregnant and leave.
You expect us to accept you,
Because you can't change
right?
your
Hold on.
past.
You expect us to accept you, right? But you're not going to accept us. That's what I'm trying to say. If we don't have a future.
It's kind of different.
So it's opposite, basically.
It's very different because men and women are different.
Yeah.
Right.
That's my point I'm trying to make, is that women always reserve the right to leave you and no one bats an eye. But if a man has a problem with your past, which by the way you have 100% control of a lot of the times, you make your decisions, you choose who you're going to sleep with, you choose the promiscuity, all that stuff. The man is supposed to accept you, especially after he's busted his ass and built himself to a certain point. He should accept you and your past decisions. I'm here to tell y'all the answer is no.
Women.
That's why guys don't commit to a lot of girls.
I think women do a lot of things out of emotion. So if they have a whole past, it's because a guy hurt them.
Okay, whose fault is that?
And then.
Did someone put a gun in your head and make you say, "Be a hoe, bitch"?
No, but you're so hurt. We like do things out of emotion.
Okay, real quick for you with that same
So,
exact.
because-
Hold on. Whoa. Stop real quick. Let's say I get mad, I'm hurt, I go and I shoot up a school and kill people. Who's responsible?
Oh, that's completely
No,
different.
it's not. It's going.
No, but
it's the same thing. You just said you're going off emotion. It's literally the same fucking thing.
Acted on emotion, I committed a crime. Who's responsible?
Okay, but you know,
If
being
a man's emotions, if a man's emotions wanted him to be like, man, I'm really exhausted. I haven't slept right for days, et cetera, et cetera. I don't feel like getting out of bed and doing the shit that I'm supposed to do today.
But that's what you said. Men and women are so different. So women, we act out of emotions. Why do you like?
But a man's,
That's what we're trying to say. Men don't have the ability to act on emotions.
held to a different standard. If a man made those emotional decisions, he'd have jack shit, and most men do.
W.
That's the point, is that you got to take accountability for your actions. You can't say, I have my emotions or whatever.
So why do you believe that men and women are different on the caliber of making money? Men make more money than women. Emotions, right?
No, that's actually a very complicated and multivariate reason why men make more money than women.
Why?
There's a bunch of different reasons.
Okay, but it comes down to men and women think differently. They are differently.
It comes down to women don't have the same proclivity to create that men do. That's why women earn less than men. It's not because of wage gap or any of this other bullshit. Women on average make less than men because they don't work as hard, period. That's the truth.
So
A man makes money to provide for his family, or to get said family from finding a girl. You make money. Money to be independent from men, pretty
Right.
much.
Right.
So.
The same way why we have a bad past because of men who have hurt us.
Okay, who picks? Hold on. Men hurt. Who picks if the guy fucks?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Who picks if the guy fucks?
You choose the guys.
It's kind of trying to get it. Okay, the women obviously.
Okay.
We don't just let anybody.
So
in
therefore,
us.
you have the authority, right, to pick who you have sex with, correct?
Right, of course.
So therefore, what comes with authority? Something called responsibility.
Right.
And with responsibility comes accountability. So you can't complain and say, I was a hoe because I was emotionally distraught. No, you still made the decision.
Yeah, well, I just recycle, so I don't know about that, but.
What?
Well, the point is that men don't want a woman who has slept around, because if she slept around in the past, then, you know, like, past behaviors is like a
If I'm
predicator.
responsible for providing you security long term for your future, I should be able to know that you provide me that same security with me
Yes.
knowing the children are mine. That's why hoes are not respected by men.
He just simply
You
doesn't
can't
want...
ensure paternity. That's the whole biggest reason why men have always valued virgins at the beginning of time. It comes down to paternity. If you have the kid, you know it's yours. I don't know if it's mine though.
Why
he
can't you
doesn't
take a
want a
paternity
man.
test?
He doesn't want a woman who's gonna potentially tarnish his last name.
Paternity tests are fairly new. Men are evolved. It's a natural thing to, I need to know these kids are mine. You got to remember, paternity tests are something that has happened in the past 100, 200 years. Well, humans have been on Earth for how long?
Okay, but times have changed, so.
That's
Okay,
not the
you-
point,
okay,
though.
I get it back then.
Times
but
have
I
changed,
think
but you
times
still
have
want a man that
changed.
makes significantly more than you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha, bitch.
So we are hardwired to look for certain things.
Okay, I understand that.
See how the female hardwiring of what they want isn't
Definitely-
challenged, but the male hardwiring of what they want is always challenged?
Definitely do your due diligence. You know, if it you know makes you feel better, you know. But I don't think that it matters. It's about
It's not
where you
about
guys are
feeling better.
heading together, not about your past. We're going forward. We're not. Why are we reminiscing? As a businessman, I think you should understand that.
See, this is amazing how I'm just telling you how men think and you refuse to accept it. But when you say these are my standards of what I want in men, etc., I'm not bending, I'm not folding.
Saying you were asking why do men why
That's what I
don't
wanted
men
to
say
argue.
it? This is why.
This is
you were
why-
asking. I'm
Man,
just
can I
saying.
be honest.
You were
To tell
asking.
you the truth, you're like, it should be this way. No, my feelings are hurt.
You were asking why don't men
Speak up. Why don't they speak up?
So
And
keep
then
quiet,
you
man.
got two guys speaking up about what they say, and then that's, if you want to know why they don't speak up,
You make fun of it.
that's
everything.
why, man. You said,
Yeah.
man, he's insecure. That's what they. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
like I said, it's very simple. I mean, the future and past analogy is the easiest way to put it. It's like, yo, you're responsible for your past. And if you're a woman and you've had a bad past, you no longer qualify for a bright future with a certain type of guy that's running with a bright future. You know, I mean, y'all might not like that, but your actions do have consequences.
I think it's a very insecure thing to worry about a woman's past because
Yeah.
a man.
How?
Think about it, men are prey.
How is it
Here's the thing,
insecure
here's the
when you're
thing.
worried about their future?
Y'all was asking Myron, why don't men say it? And then you just.
How's it
ridiculed
insecure when you're looking
I just want you
for
to
a
think
man
about it.
that's
If you
making
wanna know
100K
why
plus a year,
they
that's
don't say
6
it.
foot, or this?
But everyone has their insecurities, and I get exactly what you're saying. It's just that it's just a very childish thing because a man can have just as bad as a past, and they're praised.
No, he
That's
can't.
what men want.
Yeah, but the thing is about a man that sleeps with a lot of women, he has to earn that. He doesn't just get that. He has to earn that. He has to be either really attractive or have money.
want.
But it's also like
Right, you know, like women want
I
different
get
things.
it. I get it.
Like men don't want a woman with fucking 6 figures a year. Like that's not on no guy's list, right? I never heard a dude say that shit. It's okay for you to want that, but it's not okay for Myron to have his standards or what.
No, it's completely fine for him because eventually, if he can narrow it down to the person that he can eventually find
But you
where he
ridiculed it
deserves
though.
it.
You called it childish and
it's not
insecure,
just a standard that they made up. Like men biologically, naturally are very territorial with their women. That's just how they're hardwired to be. So them saying that they don't want a girl that has a past and has slept around is not. It has nothing to do with them being insecure. It's just like.
Well, let's have
how
fun
you-
with this. Let's have fun with this. You want a guy that's taller and stronger and smarter than you, right? Makes more money?
I actually don't care about height.
Okay.
Come on now.
Let's be honest.
So
I don't.
you'll be with a midget?
I don't care.
A midget?
I don't care.
I've dated short guys.
Okay,
Dating
but you
midgets?
still want a guy that's more ambitious, more confident, stronger than you,
Big dick
makes more
energy,
money than you.
yeah.
You still want a guy that's physically superior to you, right?
He doesn't have to make more money than me.
But you want a man who's superior to you, right?
I want a guy that's smarter than
Let
me.
me,
for sure.
guys, hold on. For her, you want a guy that's better than you, at least physically, right? Stronger than you, and not a pussy, not soft.
Me?
No, I'm asking her.
Talking to me.
Yeah.
Soft as in what? Like as emotionally?
Answer the question. It's very simple. Yes or no? Do you want a man who's physically superior to you and not a coward, strong and ambitious? The answer is yes. I know it is. You don't even have to answer it. What if I responded and said, well, you're a dumb, weak bitch for wanting that? That would sound
Not.
stupid, it wouldn't.
It's not though.
Well, exactly. So why am I insecure for not wanting a girl that's a hoe?
I mean, it's just.
See how when I
Everyone's
flip
going
the
to have
hold
a
on, hold on.
history, though.
See how I flip the logic on you and it sounds ridiculous when I put it back on the other foot?
I'm sorry, but
It would be ridiculous for me to call you a dumb, weak bitch for wanting a man that's stronger and more capable than you. But we don't question women on that. But if a man says, I don't want a hoe, he's immediately met with, that's insecure. I would argue you're wrong, and I'll tell you why. If I'm insecure, I'm going to do everything in my power to keep that girl. Because I don't know where I stand with her.
High as
The real definition
hell.
of being insecure.
Shorty
However,
look
if I'm insecure,
faded.
I'm going to tell her my values. I'm going to tell her my requirements. And if she chooses not to adhere to those requirements, aka she is a hoe, then I have the ability and the security to walk away. So if anything, it's the complete opposite of insecurity. You're not going to go to a prestigious law firm and tell them, you guys are insecure because you don't want to hire me even though I don't qualify. You would look stupid, wouldn't you? Because you don't qualify for the job. They tell you get the fuck out of here because everyone else wants that job. So they're very secure in where they stand, which is why they have options to kick you out. But why is it that when a man has standards, it's met with being insecure? No one challenges female standards at all. We don't tell women that they're stupid, bumbling bitches or weak or whatever when they want a man that's stronger and better than them. But when a man says something simple like, I don't want a hoe, that he's always met with, you're insecure, small dick energy, it's giving me toxic vibes.
That's why men are quiet. They don't speak up.
Well, I mean, when we do try to speak up, they talk over us, so...
No, we're saying men because we get
Okay.
shamed for it. You just shamed them for telling you what men want. Which is funny
Okay, but
because
flip the
that's
script
what men want.
though. When it comes to a woman and she talks to the guy about his past, she gets shut down and she's told that she's insecure too.
How?
Because I've seen it happen.
How?
Because, okay, say I found out that I was dating this guy for like a couple years, and then all of a sudden I find out that he slept with one of my friends in the past. I would get upset by that, right? Because guys get upset when their homeboy smashes one of their girls and they didn't know.
For good reason.
Exactly. But
Well, like that's different if it's like a fucking
but
colleague.
women aren't
One
supposed
of
to
your
worry about
friends,
a
that's
man's
different,
past.
you know?
But men are supposed to worry about ours.
Okay, question for you. If you found out, let's say you were with a guy and you were dating him for a while, then you found out that he did gay porn and you was sucking dick and taking it in the butt, would you stay with that guy?
I'm bisexual, so I wouldn't judge
Would you stay
them.
with that guy?
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't. And most women here would
How we
not.
gonna sit here and
Why?
lie,
Because that
right?
man's past matters from that degree because he's doing gay things.
I agree.
So
with
why
you.
is it that a man's past, right, can affect him in that degree, right? And it's like, yo, I'm going to disqualify this guy. And on top of that, I want him to make money in the future. But if a guy says, I just want a girl that hasn't been ran through, that's a problem.
Gotcha, bitch.
Okay.
Dumbass.
Lovely. All right.
That's what I'm trying to say. This is the ridiculousness with the female mindset. No offense to you ladies. I've interviewed a lot of you guys. I already know what you're going to say before you even say it.
Some of the guys past. Like
It's
if I
like-
told you I killed a bunch of fucking people, but that was the past though, man. It's insecure.
Yeah, you're not gonna take that nigga seriously. You're gonna leave that
Kill
nigga
your
call
nasty
the
little
latest
offense,
and
but that was months
Yeah,
ago.
man, but them bitches was
That was
crazy. That
months
was like man long ago, man. I ain't killed a bitch in man long. Like let's talk about our future though. Them other bitches, yeah, I killed them. But that's the past, man. Don't be so insecure.
See, it's just that we don't. The thing,
He's trolling.
like, it just goes to show what I'm trying to say is that like men can't be honest with women because of this exchange that we just had now. If guys voice what they want in women or whatever. And here's the thing, we got 13,000 people watching live right now, and it's late as hell at night. There's a reason for that. Men can't be honest with women. This is one of the few podcasts where we tell women straight to their face, being a hoe is unacceptable. Your past does matter. We don't wife up these types of chicks. Want you to be a lady, not be a man. Saying suck my dick, period, is not attractive, and all this other stuff. We're going against the mainstream culture that
what
tries to
I
tell
don't
women to do. Stop, Nina.
understand- what I
Stop.
don't
Let me
understand
finish
is-
my fucking point.
Sorry.
Don't interrupt again. Anyway, my issue is that we're going back against the culture of mainstream society telling women to do all this other fuck shit. It's not attractive. If mainstream society told men to run around and wear dresses and be women or whatever, and hey, you're gonna like this, all y'all would be like, fuck no, I don't want this. So why is it that we try to push this propaganda on men like, you should accept us how we come? No, we don't. We don't have to. You have some?
Yeah, I just don't understand like why a lot of women just
My
think-
advice as a woman, that's why. Go.
Can you let her finish? The hell?
Nah, because you're talking shit now. Like.
Well,
okay.
she was talking though. We can address your point that you may
Yeah,
disagree with
my
here in a
bad.
second.
I was
Get your thoughts together. Get your thoughts together, and we can have a discussion on it. But let her finish, please.
Like you can call me a pick me, blah, blah blah, but it's not better to live in a delusional state of mind just because it's more convenient for you to believe that. You know, like just come to terms with the reality that men don't like hoes. It is what it is. Like there's nothing you can do to change that. Doesn't mean that you have to stop being a hoe, but you can't just like live in a delusional you can't live in a delusional state of mind because don't live in La La Land. It's not gonna do anything for you.
Listen,
All
man.
right, you had something? Go ahead. You were trying to say something before.
Oh my god, I'm falling asleep. Like, this is really boring.
Then you get the fuck off the podcast then if it's boring. You don't have to be here.
Yeah, you know.
Thank you.
Get the fuck out of here.
All right, thank you.
Like,
I agree with you guys.
no one cares. You can get up and leave. It's not that big a deal. You don't got to cause a spectacle. Go ahead, doors that way. They'll escort you out. It's like, we'll be fine without you. Y'all know what to do. Anyway.
She makes a good point a moment ago. Ayn Rand had a quote like this about reality. So you can ignore reality for a period of time, but you cannot ignore the consequences of ignoring reality.
Mm-hmm.
You follow?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. She's a lower quality woman, obviously involved in the sex industry with 2 children. She doesn't qualify for the guy that she's trying to get, which is why she felt some type of way from what I was saying. It's the truth. Her past matters and it started to burn her inside. That's the truth. Whatever. Truth hurts, man.
All right, we got some chats here.
Go ahead, you got some? I'll adjust this shit.
Oh wait, this is dealing with the disturbance.
Yeah. Mo got it.
Can
He
I
got you.
add something?
Yeah, go
Sure,
ahead.
go ahead.
Yeah, I agree because a girl wouldn't want to date a guy that has a past, so I totally understand that. If a guy had a past, I'd be kind of weirded out by it too.
I had something to say though, because I had to think about it. Okay, so
Okay.
my OnlyFans, right? I do make content with women and only one male.
Go on.
The male,
Go on.
say, okay, so say if there's another girl in my position where she's with a male and that's her only partner, but he's comfortable with her being with another woman just for content wise, is she still considered a hoe? Or
On the other women is cool, man. We wasn't talking about
okay,
that.
but what if she's just with one man?
You're
But
not
what if
talking
she's only-
crazy. Ridiculous.
What if she's monogamous with a guy?
And she's
And she's selling her content online
Oh, I mean that.
of just dumb too.
That's
Is she still a hoe?
That's subjective, right? Like, you know, I mean, I can't speak for every dude, but
I mean,
come out here.
yeah, because what happens when she breaks up with the guy she's doing the content with? What happens when she tries to get into another relationship? Like, it doesn't matter about what you're doing with the, like, don't get me wrong, like, I get that you're probably not thinking about the consequences that are happening with the relationship that you're in right now, but you should think about if what say happens if this person breaks up with me. How is that going to affect me in any of my in any of my decisions or relationships after that? Like that should matter.
I ain't out here trying to make. Personally, I'm not out here trying to make pornography. Right? Like that's not the industry I wanted to get into. You know what I'm saying? But some guys might be cool with that. I'm sure you.
Yeah,
it
like
seemed
it
like you
has to
found
be
someone who was
with
cool
consent.
with that. Yeah, it seemed like you found somebody who was cool with that, and maybe would be cool with making pornography with you for income. That's not like my thing, but you know, some guys who are cool with that shit, man. And I found one, so it seems like these are working out really well.
Some of this is just personal choice.
Yeah.
Am I going to date a girl that did porn? Hell no. Am I going to date a girl that's, she's on OnlyFans? Like, no, I'm like a public person. I'm going to go run around the world with some girl and buy her nice things and just literally give her the lifestyle that would be normal for like whatever I'm going to do anyway. If I want to buy myself my 15th luxury watch, maybe I might like to buy one for my long-term girlfriend too. And then I'm going to go out with that girl after I buy her the same type of shit I'd buy for myself. So I'm just sharing that lifestyle with her. And then I'm out with my friends. And they're like, oh, I used to jerk off looking at your long-term girlfriend. Am I going to be cool with that? No, we can skip that stuff. We can skip that. There'll be somebody else that's a better option. So I'm not mad with. I'm very non-judgmental about how people live their life.
Some dudes are,
but that wouldn't be the girl that I would be dating long term.
Well, I think if she's doing OnlyFans, she can afford her own watch.
Yeah,
cool.
That's
Bless
not-
her heart.
Hey,
I
man.
hope she gets a nice one.
That's not what
I'm
they're
mad
talking
at her.
about. They're not talking about just because she does OnlyFans, they have a nice watch.
I say
It's
I'm
just
extremely
that
socially
if you're gonna
liberal.
do that,
What people
then
do.
you need to be okay
But
with the
you can't
actions that
pretend
come with
there's
the
not
act. You need to
consequences
be okay with the
They
consequences
might-
that come
they might-
after.
They're not gonna like that.
Come with the
They might
act.
put some limitations.
Men
on
don't
the
want a
options.
promiscuous woman. I will
But,
say
you
it
know,
until I die.
Some dudes might be looking for that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it might put some limitations on that.
We got a little bit more room, guys, now that we got rid of the useless person. So if we just shimmy over just a little bit. Cool, there we go. I appreciate
Did you
that.
get to hear the question?
I don't think there's like
no, I
hedge
didn't
fund
hear it.
managers or guys like that out here, trying to get involved in that. But I mean, there might be some though. I don't know.
What was the question? Sorry, I was dealing
Okay.
with the idiot.
Say so if a girl has an OnlyFans and she's in a monogamous relationship
With that guy?
yes,
Okay.
and they're selling their content, is she still a hoe?
Well, here's the thing. If you better make it work with that guy, because the next dude after that is not gonna be happy with that whatsoever.
For real.
'Cause that
So,
content lives forever. You
that
cannot
content lives
delete it.
forever.
I guarantee you, it won't last. It
Yeah.
never lasts.
It never lasts, man. When these porn star girls get wiped up, it never lasts, man. They always because they'll get made fun of. I mean, what they're saying is the truth.
just saying.
Hey, man, they'll fuck with you. They'll send you videos of your girl getting plowed, and men are visual creatures.
I think people forget that the internet is forever. Like
Yeah.
whatever you do on the internet is gonna be there forever. So just keeping 1,000. If you're in a relationship with somebody, it may end someday, which means the next guy is gonna see you probably get plowed out.
Or even worse than that, man. Like I've read about like children getting bullied or picked on or really having a difficult time in school because their mom
made bad
sucking
decisions.
dick on.
People don't talk about that too. People don't talk about that. How do you think because people say that they're proud of what they've done, alright? So if you're proud of what you've done then, if your kid when he turns 15 asks you, how did you make your money? What did you do? Then he should get a full sheet on what you did. And if what you did was like OnlyFans or strip work or a porn star, then if you can't look at your son in the eye and tell him what you did confidently, then you can't respect yourself on what you're doing. And you don't hold yourself accountable to the stuff that comes after that.
On OnlyFans, and
Look at Kim.
it's been difficult for
Don't say fucking look at Kim, bro. Kim came from money. Shut up.
some children, right? I mean, that hasn't been my experience, but I can see how that might be difficult to grow up under those circumstances.
You had something?
Yeah, so me personally, I have an OnlyFans, but I made sure because I thought about my future, and everybody thought I was weird. Like, a lot of people in the industry think I'm weird because I've never sucked dick on OnlyFans or I've never fucked on there because I thought about my future. I'm like, I don't want my husband going on my shit and seeing me getting fucked or sucking dick.
It's still
I thought about
attached.
that aspect of it. I did do, girl on girl and stuff like that, and myself. But I made sure like that, but I know it's still bad, but I knew, that it's not as bad, but it's still bad.
It's attached to your social. It's like part of your identity forever.
Yeah. You have OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
I wanted to ask you guys what you thought about girls that only post like bikini pictures or like lingerie.
She belongs to the streets.
Like Bella Thorne, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, ladies. It has a negative connotation. I don't care if you're on there cooking salads. It's still going to come off as bad. You know, there's always going to be that presumption of the worst. I mean, you guys want to know how judgmental...
Not just that. Even if... I'm not saying there's anything bad with posting bikini pictures and stuff like that. All for empowerment. But if you're in a relationship, you shouldn't be doing it. You should have the respect for your man that you shouldn't be posting that kind of stuff because you know the attention that it brings.
Mental men are, I'll be honest with y'all. If I'm on a date with a girl and she tells me, oh, I've been in a Lamborghini before, or oh, I went to Tulum, or I take vacation all the time. You know what the hell we're thinking? Ho. That's what men think when they're on dates and you tell them about all your fucking experiences. They're just like, man, this girl's a 304, she for the streets. Oh, she's already been in this luxury car before. Oh, she's already done this, blah, blah, blah.
She been
men already, yo, here's the thing. As soon as you say some shit, a lot of the times guys are gonna, most guys, right, assume a girl's a hoe, it's on you to prove otherwise. And OnlyFans ain't doing that. If anything, it's just going to cement it more. I always say fast money comes with slow problems. You got to deal with the consequences of that fast money sometimes. This chick that was next to me, stripper, 2 kids, on OnlyFans, whatever she doing, saying I'm hustling, which is, you know, it's
23.
It's a word for being a slut, but that's a whole other thing. That's why someone in the chat was saying that she was out.
Hello? 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 Hello?
Were you just like not talking or something?
Yeah, my mic was muted, I forgot.
Yeah, I can't hear you, dog, whenever you're talking.
I was eating. I mean, I'm still eating. I just didn't want no fucking like ASMR.
My thing is that you can make that money. You can do what you gotta
There we
do.
fucking go. My shit was
But you
bugging.
can't get mad at the consequences that come
Really?
from that. Can't.
Yeah.
And like, no matter what you're doing on OnlyFans, it's
Now I can
still
fucking
sex
follow
work. Like, OnlyFans
Yeah.
will forever.
Did you talk to John
be
about getting on?
Nah.
A porn site. Like, it is what it
Huh?
is. It's just a
No, I
paid
haven't.
subscription porn site, and there's just no way for you to sugarcoat it. So it's better for you to come to terms with that reality, accept that, own up to it, and that's it, and not try to like.
I convinced
talk
Chuck
yourself
not to
out
give
of
up on
changing
it.
the
Or at least
semantics.
play it every
It's not
once
going
in
to
a while,
change the
but
reality of it.
The 2 fastest way to lower a woman's value: the more dicks that go inside you, or the more children that come outside of you. That's
I was
lower
helping him
value
get
as a
back
woman.
into the
I hate
swing
to
of
say it like
things
that,
last
but
night.
that's just the way it is. Women look at men as success objects. Men look at women as sex objects. It is what it is. Y'all look at us about the status and income that we provide. We look at, hey, how much have you preserved yourself? It's been that way since the beginning of time. Men don't give a shit about how much money you make and your ability to provide security. Because let's be honest here, most women aren't going to provide for a man long term anyway. And if they do, they're going to break up with your ass.
I'll say it again. Nobody can repair.
There is nobody can repair.
Here's some chats here.
And if you do get the debt, it'll be a D lender, just like you said before. You ain't gonna get that good debt that Grant Cardone and them get. Lady in the blue and the one next to her, yeah, you are emotional and you cannot change your past, but you are also effing accountable for your actions too. You cannot have a vacuum actions
I'm
and throw away the
trying to
results on a whim.
grind to-
That's true. Varun Vikram
See
goes, 6 body
what
count for women
Overwatch is
decreases
all
their
about.
chances of marriage lasting and pair bonding to 25% or lower success. No sane guy wants a hoe, but body counts for men does not cause the same problems. Yeah, I mean, a man that has sex with a lot of women is not the same as a woman that has sex with a lot of men at all. And I think that's what you guys were trying to argue. And I'm saying, that, you know, a man that if a dude has had sex with 100 girls, he's gonna be more attractive.
He's experienced.
To be honest, he's experienced. Men value a virgin. Women do not value a male virgin, though. You know, we're opposites, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Devon Jackson, imagine thinking who you've allowed into your body has no bearing on who you are as a person.
That's just crazy.
Anfrey Moore. Damn, 304 is also triggered with selective hearing. Yeah, of course. She got mad at some of the things I said versus what it is. You know, it is whatever.
Sentience.
goes, how the fuck do these 304s call themselves vegan when they take those protein shots daily from multiple animal sources and all those openings? Oh, this second. Nothing plant-based from that nasty roast beef stench. Even a human gene sequence has less DNA than these 304s.
God damn.
God damn, sentience. He's a doctor too, so that's where that medical terminology comes from. Jose Perez, yo, diaper shorts that just left ready to do cell box. Wait, yo, diaper shorts that just left really do cell box. My bro knows her. You can always tell who's been ran through based off how they act when you start RPing them. The one in the blue and the other one by mine.
Can you like hear us fine?
Oh shit! Do
Who,
you
mate?
or y'all have anything you want to say back?
Adidas Nike flip flop.
He's assuming.
What?
So can you hear us just fine?
I hear you. Yeah.
What's up, bitch?
Yeah, nah, here, Chuck. Yeah, you smell like shit. You stink.
Bro, you smell like toe jam.
You literally smell like cheese. Like, that's literally your nickname.
Bro, you look like a year-old dirty Q-tip that was behind
you smell like rotten tomatoes mixed with your fucking
sound
overwhelming
like
smell of depression. Shut your bitch ass up. Shut up, E-boy.
This guy's saying yes.
Bro, how am I an E-boy?
Shut up, E-boy. You probably got green hair and shit.
In the chat that the
Because tonight will be the night.
Guys, I mean, it's common in Miami, guys. It's extremely common that girls do that shit.
Fucking E-boy.
I'm not even surprised. I think that's why she got the nerve struck. Anytime a girl tells you I hustle, you need to, and she can't tell you exactly.
To be fair, you're the one with blue tips in your hair.
I have red tips in my hair, you fucking virgin.
They were blue, you fucking virgin. Bro, get your little boat having ass out of here. Get you some bitches.
Ladies, do you not
Alright,
understand?
you can't
that men
use
have
my
standards
thing,
too?
bro.
We don't like
Not
committing to
fair.
promiscuous women, period. The delusion here. It is what it is. Miss Blue, OnlyFans models can't afford watch
Bro,
at
Spike,
45.
got my face.
Can't afford watch at 45 years. They afford their own antidepressants too. 1/4 of women who are single and childless after 40, bawling their eyes out. Men don't, because men like things, and women who like people.
You shouldn't need to
children,
reconnect it to the Wi-Fi. It should be fine.
Raphael, he's basically saying that when a woman doesn't have a family, she gets older on in life, it's a higher predicator on her being depressed. Does that make sense? Brandon Carter mentally checked out after hearing some of these women having OF. Yeah, it happens. All right, cool. Anything fresh that you want to, or anything else from the ladies?
Well,
thoughts. Yeah,
the sex work industry
I
wouldn't
hope
exist without
for a
them.
guy.
It's a fact.
It's an entertainment system for them.
That's a different type of man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not the type of.
Yeah, but we're not gonna talk about those guys. That was a banger video though. I'm not gonna cap.